We're starting Disney California Adventure today on, Friday, October 11th. It is 12:47 in the afternoon, and I have just hopped over from my Disneyland update. Even though this video is releasing several days later, they are being filmed nearly back to back. So if you saw the Disneyland one, you will know what we're in for today here at Disney California Adventure. It is fall break. It is fall break. It is a Friday, and this is not an Oogie Boogie Bash day. Just so you are aware, we have Minnie coming here. This is probably the first time I've been here, and it hasn't been an Oogie Boogie Bash day in a while. Hello, Minnie. There's the five and dime going on. But we're gonna swing to the left and head down Sunset Boulevard. Try to get somewhere a little bit quieter. Let's go out into the main thoroughfare so that you can see the walkways. I expect Disney California Adventure to be slightly better than Disneyland just because this is the least popular of the two parks. However, it being not an Oogie Boogie Bash day, I also expect it to be fairly busy because anybody who's coming on a one park per day ticket, they do not have a park hopper. They are likely coming to Disney California Adventure on a day like today as opposed to a day like yesterday, because yesterday would have been an Oogie Boogie Bash day and the park would have closed at 6 p.m. It will close at 10 p.m. tonight, so that's an extra 4 hours. And you have to weigh whether or not it is worth the extra crowds for those extra 4 hours. Because in many respects, since there are very few people here in the morning, on an Oogie Boogie Bash day, the shorter day may still end up being better for you. But the walkways right here are looking really good. Although Amy tells me she and the kids are down by Little Mermaid, and it is currently posted at a 50-minute wait, just to give you an idea of what we are in for today. Right now we are headed back towards Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sully to the rescue. And I could tell right away that the attraction was broken. I think it was. Oh, maybe it's not. I don't know. I can't tell now. I thought it was broken because there was nobody going in there. And I saw the barrier, but the barrier's actually off to the side. No, it is open. And there's not like a constant line or people huddled outside the attraction. I am surprised. The wait time is posted at 45 minutes, however. Let's go in and check it out. I actually haven't even walked back here to check the line in a really long time. 45 minutes and the line is quite long, but by the looks of it, it could be worse. I feel like 60 is about the height, so 45 minutes is not too bad. And right now you're thinking, wait, 45 minutes is not too bad? No, the average on that attraction is in the 40 range. So 45 is not too bad, no. If you see it for 30 or 35, anything like that or lower, go for it, get in line. However, my family prefers to use the Buddy Pass, and that is a system where you can ride in groups of 2. You won't get to ride together. My family always gets split up, but I get to ride with one of my sons. Amy rides with the other son, and we get on. I mean, the worst we've ever waited is like 15 minutes. And the best we've ever waited is like 30 seconds. And that was with, a 45-minute line. So it just depends on how many people are using the Buddy Pass. You talk to the cast member at the front of the attraction. You just say, can I get a Buddy Pass? And they've got these passes in their pocket. They'll pull them out and they'll hand them to you. It's this little piece of cardboard or card stock. And you hand it in to the cast member at the exit of the attraction, and they will put you on the third row of the ride vehicle that oftentimes does not get filled. It gets left empty. And so the Buddy Pass is a way for them to maximize the capacity of the attractions. Back here in the area outside the Hyperion Theater is where they have story time with Deadpool. I don't think I even knew this was back here. I mean, I knew that they were doing story time, I just didn't know where it was, didn't know it was still going on. Looks like it's about to go. As much as I love Ryan Reynolds, I have not watched a Deadpool. I don't intend to watch Deadpool. It's just not my type of entertainment. I run a very family-friendly channel, and that is not just because I want the channel to be geared towards that, though I do. It's also just because that's me. That's my family. The way you hear us talk and speak in these videos is how we speak at home. And what I mean by that is the language that is in that movie, from what I understand, will always prevent me from ever watching it. Guardians of the Galaxy mission breakout, 55 minutes. Whoa, for a day like today, that's awesome. 55 minutes, I would have expected 120 or higher. I mean, I've seen it bad before. 55, for as crazy as the park is, this is great. There's a line for Iron Man over there, meet and greet for Iron Man. They're about to start the Warriors of Wakanda show, so I want to get out of here before that happens, because it's going to get extra busy through here if we have that going on. That takes place right over there on the raised platform, so we'll have to go around it the back way, but that's okay because we need to, actually we're probably going to go out the front entrance anyway. We got to come over here and see Spider-Man web slingers. The line's not too terrible over here. I would have expected this to be full. I mean, based on what I saw at Disneyland, this is posted at 45 minutes. I feel like that's fairly average. DCA is pretty average. Disneyland was slam-packed. DCA, while high, is also bordering average. And Spider-Man is going that way. I was hoping to get a little bit closer to Spidey. Spidey pulled off to the side in the midst of a huge crowd of people back there to take some photos. So I just pushed through the crowds. Exiting out the entrance to Adventures Campus, we'll loop back around to go in the entrance of Cars Land next. But we'll briefly show you the walkways here. Let's see if we can get across to the right side of the road. That way I don't have to fight against traffic. Here we go. The walkways also look just average to me. So Little Mermaid at 50 is really high. That had me worried at first when Amy texted me that when I first entered DCA, but everything else we're seeing is average to just a little above average. Not nearly as insane as Disneyland, where just about every ride was pushing the maximum that I've ever seen them. Jungle Cruise probably was the max I'd ever seen it. 60 minutes over there, using every available inch of the queue. Never seen that before. Granted, Jungle Cruise was closed for 3 weeks, but I can't imagine a 3-week closure would suddenly create that much interest. Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. And 20 minutes posted here. Again, average to slightly above average. I mean, the max I've ever seen this is like 35 to 45. I feel like generally it floats in the 15 to 20 range, and that's where we are. 15, well, it's 20 minutes. Going down Route 66. Luigi's a Casa della Tires. It says it's either 40 or 60. I can't read the sign from here. Too tiny of a print to me. So we're gonna come over here to my favorite little spot where we check on the line. So definitely full all the way on this end and heading into the building there. For this attraction, it's actually very rare to see it under 40. So if it's 40, it's just confirming that today is average. And indeed, posted at 40 minutes. And yeah, oh yeah, I've actually seen it worse. I've seen this whole area completely filled, even recently, like within the last couple of weeks. So not too bad. Pretty decent here today at Disney California Adventure. See, this is why we like DCA. When Disneyland, and there's a Park Hopper video that's actually coming out the day that I filmed this. I worked on it yesterday, got it scheduled for today. That Park Hopper video, one of the tips I shared was you come over to DCA when Disneyland's just too crowded. It's one of the ways that you know it's time to hop. And DCA tends to be better than Disneyland in terms of wait times. Even Radiator Springs Racers, 75 minutes on a day like today. Fall break as crowded as Disneyland was. 105 minutes for Rise of the Resistance. Usually Radiator Springs Racers the longest line in both parks, and it's only 75 right now. Too much congestion back there to get into the single rider line to go eyeball that for you. But worst case scenario that I've ever been in is 25 minutes for single rider. I've never waited longer than 25, and I feel like that included the ride breaking for like 10 minutes. So truthfully, I mean, 75 minutes, if you have everybody in your party is over the age of 7 and you don't mind splitting up, still think it's the best way to ride that attraction. It cuts the wait by, well, into a third of what it's posted. One of my favorite places to walk in Disney California Adventure, this back path here that goes to San Francisco Square. I don't think I have walked in the proper way to San Francisco Square in quite a while. I just love being over here. This is probably my favorite nook of the park. And if I eat at Flo's is not my favorite place to eat, but if I eat at Flo's, I sit right here at one of these tables on the edge and I watch those cars go by. It's so picturesque, it's so nice. Flo's is okay. Flo's actually has some decent options. I just think that there's better food elsewhere in the park, but I'm not discouraging you from checking out Flo's because I think the atmosphere is worth it to sit there and watch Radiator Springs go by while you eat and listen to the old 50s, 60s music, that sort of thing. It's nice. San Francisco Square, almost always packed lately. Nearly every table is full. I saw some people standing with trays just trying to figure out where to sit and they're not able to find a table. With the way that this is situated, it's seating for 3 different restaurants here. And they're just big, long tables. So oftentimes you just have to plop with another party. If you know they're not using a set of chairs near them, you just sit down in it. You ask them if they're being used, and if they're not, you sit at the same general table. You can see what I'm talking about here. You may not have your own private like 4-seater table like over on this side, but you can absolutely still find a seat. But wow, the food is definitely packed today. We're going on 1 o'clock now, about 1 o'clock, or probably a little bit later than that, as we've been walking along. Started at 12:47. That's what we started our tour at. Now we're gonna go to Pixar Pier. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day at Disneyland. Oh, it's gorgeous. 78 degrees. It's not terribly hot. It's a little warm. It's a little warm, but it's not terribly hot. And beautiful, gorgeous weather. Light breeze, nothing too bad. Air quality's good. Sometimes people ask about the air quality. Air quality's good. As we head into Pixar Pier. Got a light breeze coming in from the southwest. Light chance of rain. Mostly sunny. Doing my weatherman spiel. I'm bad at it though. Lots of people at adorable Snowman Frosted Treats getting the Pixar Pier Frosty Parfait. That is that yellow ice cream you see coming out here. Lemon on top of blue raspberry. Really good. One of the most popular ice cream desserts here at Disney California Adventure. Saw several people walking with them. 45 minutes is what I'm gonna guess. Single rider line, which is this line immediately closest to us. Not too bad, I've seen it worse. Still gonna say 45 minutes on the ride because the line's going to this little portion down here, but it's not being extended up onto this bridge. You see these empty queue spaces closest to us. Those are standby lines and they're not filled, so that's good. Oh, posted wait time's only 30. I mean, sometimes the ride does move really quickly, so 30 is possible. 30 is definitely possible. If it's posted, I mean, I'll believe it. 30's average. It is, it's just average. I've seen it much worse. I think I've seen it go up to 60-ish in that range. Not even gonna bother with Jesse's Critter Carousel. 5 minutes, yep, knew it would be. 5 minutes, but I mean, I'm telling you, I was expecting DCA to be slammed based on Disneyland. And if you haven't seen my Disneyland video, you're probably wondering, wow, how bad was Disneyland that he keeps bringing this up? It was bad, people. It was really, really slammed. DCA is looking really good though. Buzz and Bo Peep meet and greets off to our left. Average for Toy Story Midway Mania is 45 minutes. Posted wait time 50, just slightly above average. Again, we're seeing average to slightly above average. Nothing too crazy so far. We have Little Mermaid yet to go. And if it's still at 50 when we get over there, I will be in shock. That would make it the longest line in the park practically. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy was only 55. Radiator Springs Racers was unusually low Time for the Pixar pal around. 45 minutes and 45 minutes. 45 minutes for both sides. Honestly, this looks pretty good for the swinging. I've waited in it when the line was longer and it was not 45 minutes. So I don't think it's 45 minutes. The non-swinging, yeah, that one could be pushing 45. And I feel like I say this every time, but it's because there's 2 gondolas for swinging and only 1 in the center for non-swinging. So the swingings do tend to go by a lot quicker. Busy for that attraction, 60 minutes. Decent average-ish, 30 to 40. 45, it's getting a little higher. But again, I still feel like I see it at 45 a lot. So we're once again in that just above average range. Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind, posted at a 30-minute wait. We're not gonna bother to go into that line. 30 minutes, another average one. If you ride it earlier in the day, you can usually get it under 15. For as simple as the ride is, I don't know that I would get in line for 30 minutes, but if everything else is slammed elsewhere, I probably would. Remember, I am a thrill seeker. I'd much rather get in an Incredicoaster 30-minute line than I would get in an Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind 30-minute line, but I recognize that there are all sorts of different people, and not all of you are thrill seekers, and Inside Out is just great. Then you might say, I'm not a thrill seeker, but I also don't like puking my guts out. And so Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind, as well as these silly symphony swings, which are posted at a 10-15 minute wait, is not for me. That did not look like 10 to 15 minutes to me. I know we barely briefly looked at it, but oh boy. We've got a Coco thing going on in front of Goofy Sky School, so we won't be able to get to it from this direction. We're gonna have to go around the back way. Around the back way. Here's a ride I like to ride that's nice and tame, and a lot of people don't like to ride it. It's the Golden Zephyr. I think the reason I like to ride it is because not a lot of people like to ride it, and it always has a fairly low weight. So it's easy to get on, and it's easy to enjoy, and it's very breezy up there, riding around in the wind. Here's another one I like, Jumpin' Jellyfish. This is your beginner drop ride. If you want to know whether or not your children can handle Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, bring them on Jumpin' Jellyfish first. If they scream and cannot do this, don't take them on Guardians. But Benjamin loved this. He actually still loves it, but he hates Guardians. So there's something different about it. It's also just nice and gentle. In fact, Jumpin' Jellyfish posted at a 5-minute wait over here. The show just ended over here. And so Goofy Sky School now gonna get a sudden surge of people. Oh, Goofy Sky School broken. Never mind, won't get a surge. Not working. The fact that Jumpin' Jellyfish has a 5-minute wait is really good. Like, really good. I'm happy to see some ride lines are nice and low. Oh look, Golden Zephyr getting a surge because that show just ended. And Goofy Sky School is broken. So people are coming over here. It is posted at a 10-minute wait now. It might actually go up to 15 now that there's that many people in it. It'd be like the highest wait I've ever seen for Golden Zephyr. Well, okay, coming over here to Little Mermaid, there's nobody in line. The line is empty now, like completely empty. I can see some very few people up in the queue towards the actual entrance to the attraction, but the entire extended queue is completely empty. So it's definitely not 50 anymore. Given where the end of the line is here, I'm thinking it's like 15 minutes, 20 at its worst. I don't even think it's 20. We'll see how many people. Maybe it was broken and it just opened. That's the only thing I could think of, because there's a steady stream of people coming in right now. Actually, a fairly steady stream. I wonder if it had been broken and it just reopened. That's always possible. That's a hack. A lot of times you just happen upon it by accident, by the way. It's not something that you can necessarily plan for. But if you see a ride that's broken and you get the feeling it's about to reopen, based on the body language of the cast members outside the attraction, hang around and you'll get straight to the front of the line once it reopens. Little Mermaid, Ariel's Undersea Adventure, currently posted at a 10-minute wait on the physical sign out here. That's pretty good. Yep, I would hop on that in a heartbeat even right now. But we are filming a crowd update, so we are not gonna go into any of the ride lines. Just gonna push on through. I said it in the Disneyland one, I'll say it in here too. We have a hotel today. We got a hotel. The Courtyard by Marriott. It's got a water park. It's a nice, probably a little over 80 degrees now. Perfect water park day. So we're gonna go back here in the afternoon very shortly as soon as I finish these crowd updates. And we are, and I always like to go this back way. We're gonna take the back way around Grizzly River Run. We're gonna go back to the hotel shortly as soon as I'm done, and we're gonna enjoy the water park. That'll be a separate video, a review of the Courtyard by Marriott, room tours, review, walk to the park, the water park, amenities, everything that they've got. We will share it with you in a separate video, which will probably be out next week after the time of this filming, by the way. And I also want you to be aware that since we have a hotel, something you guys have been asking for quite a long time is a park close strategy video. Yes, I'll be putting together a video tonight from the point of fireworks till the park closes. We'll be staying in for those 2 to 2.5 hours, and I will have a video showing you what we get done. My goal is to start with Peter Pan because that ride is closed during the fireworks, and so I'm hopeful that we can rope drop, in a sense, park close drop. I don't know if that's the right word for it, Peter Pan, but that's my thought process. You'll have to watch the video to see if that becomes a reality. Grizzly River Run queue over here to our left, quite full. But this is the portion towards the front of the line that's almost always full, especially on a warm, hot day like today. We're gonna see just how long the line goes. Extended queue right here on the bridge, not filled, but I think I do see part of the extended queue down this way filled. So I'm gonna say at least 45 minutes for Grizzly River Run. Big waterfall to our right. If you're wondering why it suddenly got noisy. We do have people down here, and the last time I saw people down here, it was 45 minutes. It might be a little less than that because I feel like this area was filled right here, not just where these people are, but we'll see when we round the corner. Okay, this is the first high ride, the ride that we've been wrong on, and it's been higher than we've guessed. 55 minutes for Grizzly River Run. It is a hot day, that's to be expected, but like I said, it's the first one that we've been like grossly wrong on, and I'm surprised that it's higher than my estimate given the line. We have one final attraction to check out, and it's gonna be Soarin' Around the World. Over there to our left, we'll get a little closer as soon as we round the corner. Posted at a 70-minute wait. Truthfully, looking at the line, it does not look 70 minutes. But this one always throws me for a loop. Every time I think I know, oh, that doesn't look 70 minutes. Then I turn around and I look at the lightning lane, and the lightning lane is, crazy packed and all the way back to the entrance to Smoke Jumpers. It's not today. It's not today. So I think that 70 is a little high for Soarin'. I don't quite think it's gonna be that long, even with the lightning lane, but what do I know? The lightning lane throws a wrench in pretty much everything. I can make guesstimations, but sometimes they're taking a 50-50 with the lightning lane. Other times they're all but ignoring the standby line and taking, 95 people in lightning lane and like 5 people from the standby. And sometimes it depends if they have a backlog of lightning laners in line. They don't want them, filling up these spaces like we're standing right now. Like I've seen the lightning lane sometimes for Soarin'. They'll prioritize the lightning lane a little more, ignoring the standby line. So even if the standby line looks short, it can still be longer because of that. It's why I like lightning lane, to use it, because then I don't have to worry about being the person that's stuck not moving, and then watching them only take one party in front of me and then going another 100 people in the lightning lane. It's frustrating when you see that, but it's a great feeling when you have it and you're bypassing all those people. So I do like lightning lane, but I understand the expense. And that's going to be it for our time here today at Disney California Adventure, giving you a crowd update for fall break. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Got questions? Drop them in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer them. Click this video to keep watching. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again next time.